Hey everyone, My Old Ass is a new comedy starring Maisy, Stella, Aubrey Plaza, and Percy Hynes White. Written and directed by Megan Park, it's a coming of age story with a time trippy twist, but does it live up to its promise? Be sure to give this review a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thank you so much. All right, so let's jump in with a quick summary. My Old Ass follows an 18-year-old Elliot as she spends her last 3 weeks before college working on her family's cranberry farm. A wild night of camping leads her and her friends to take some mushrooms, leading to a mind-bending encounter with her 39-year-old future self. The older Elliot offers some advice, some funny, some heartfelt, like steering clear of this guy named Chad, and to cherish the last few weeks that she has there with her family. While remaining lighthearted and fun, this encounter pushes the film into a more serious and retrospective space as Elliot really rethinks her relationships, her future, and what really matters to her. Maisy Stella does a fantastic job as young Elliot, capturing the tension between the excitement of what lays ahead and a poignant look at truly understanding what she's leaving behind her. And Aubrey Plaza brings this depth and steadiness as older Elliot, showing both an emotional weariness from whatever unseen hardship she's experienced, but they haven't quite dimmed that spark of her younger self that's within her. The chemistry between Maisy and Aubrey creates this genuine connection to the younger and older Elliot when they are on screen together, and even when they're not. The biggest surprise in the film was actually Percy Hynes White, who was quirky and he was sweet. He was the perfect foil to Maisy Stella as young Elliot, and together they conveyed a sense of joy at discovering and getting to know each other over the summer. And if you haven't guessed it, he plays Chad. Remember that guy that she was supposed to stay away from? The film's strongest element is really its exploration of self-reflection during this really pivotal moment in her life. The dynamic between young and old Elliot is more than just one-sided or one-directional. They both learn from each other. And these peeks into older Elliot's life are really fascinating. And they force younger Elliot to not only reconsider her choices, but to truly think about the impact of those choices and what they'll have on her life in the longer run. The film's visual aesthetics are also really beautiful, and they're beautifully shot, capturing the sweeping landscapes of Maine, its vibrant colors, and the rustic setting of the cranberry farm and Elliot's entire world up to that point, adding to the authenticity of the story. As enjoyable as this film is, it does have some flaws, with the biggest being the logic behind the time travel mechanics, which are really inconsistent. When their connection was primarily in their heads, it left just enough mystery to make the meeting between older and younger Elliot plausible. However, once they proved that older Elliot could physically time travel into the past just by taking drugs, the logic of the story falls apart and undermines everything. While I understand why they wanted older Elliot to be able to physically travel into the past, the film would have been smarter and much more compelling if the time travel mechanics were a bit more ambiguous. Also, if you're hoping for lots of Aubrey Plaza in this film, you might be a little bit disappointed since her screen time really is limited, but she does have a big impact on the story. I would actually love to see more Aubrey Plaza, and I would love to see a sequel that takes this same film and spins it focusing on older Elliot and what's happening to her after she connects with her younger self. There were these hints of a bigger story with sirens in the background, mysterious but poorly explained absences, and just these awkward little moments where it almost felt like older Elliot was covering some stuff up and definitely not wanting to give life spoilers, which really could be explored and would make a fascinating sequel that would go way beyond what traditional Hollywood sequels are doing right now by using this clever and somewhat unique cinematic format that they have set up in the first film. It would help deepen Elliot's character as a whole, giving even more context to the retrospective nature of this original film by giving us an older coming of age story that tackles the next stage of Elliot's life. So, Hollywood, if you're listening, I think this is a really good idea. The themes in My Old Ass really do dig into the importance of appreciating the moment you are in and the importance of pausing to challenge your own assumptions about yourself. And this honestly is a life lesson that when you get to a certain age, you do start thinking, man, if only I could have told my younger self X or Y. And this is that moment. This is that moment of whatever age you're in right now, of telling your younger self, if only you would have known. And so, take that as a hint to actually stop and appreciate the moment you're in. And I think that's one of the things that this film does really, really well. And both themes that I mentioned really resonate well with the audience. There's also this really clever play on expectations for both the characters and the audience, which keeps you engaged throughout because you're constantly thinking to yourself, yeah, yeah, I wish I would have said that. I wish I would have known that. So if you love coming of age stories with a twist, My Old Ass is definitely worth watching. It's funny, it's heartfelt and thought-provoking with great performances. Just keep in mind it focuses more on young Elliot's journey in this one. If you're looking for something fresh, that is a great pick for a night out with friends or family. This is it. So, My Old Ass. And I can't not laugh when I say that. My Old Ass. So, My Old Ass. Have you seen it? And yeah, it sounds a little more awkward out loud than when I was practicing it. I really enjoyed this film. Let me know what you thought. What would you say to your younger self if you got the chance? What would you want to hear? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.